Okay, a mortgage is an installment loan designed specifically to finance a home. The down payment is the amount of money you must pay up front in order to be given a mortgage or other loan. Closing cost are fees you must pay in order to be given the loan. These include things like direct fees, which is a set amount, and fees charged as points. A fixed rate mortgage is one in which the interest rate is guaranteed not to change over the life of the loan. A variable or adjustable rate mortgage is one where the interest rate changes based on the prevailing rates. I've heard it called both. Example 3. Compare the monthly payments and total loan costs for the following pairs of loan options. Assume that both loans are fixed rates and have the same closing costs. You definitely want to always look for a fixed rate loan. You don't want variable or adjustable rate loans because they can be jacked up. They'll look good for a few months or for a few years, and then all of a sudden they'll get jacked up. And you'll be told ahead of time it's going to raise, but it'll only raise this much after 3 years. And that sounds great, but if it is variable and adjustable, what that means is as the interest rates change, and I know you've heard about interest rates, they can adjust. And it doesn't necessarily go with the interest rates. So they can adjust even when the interest rates aren't changing. So as our interest rates go up, then it's definitely going to go up because it's adjustable. But even when our interest rates are steady, they can still inch up. And you can't do anything about it because you have an adjustable rate mortgage. And then when interest rates start going down, it can stay the same. And you can't do anything about it because you have an adjustable rate mortgage. There's nothing that says that you can't do anything about it. I mean, there's nothing that says that you're stuck. You're stuck with it. So don't sign up for an adjustable rate mortgage. Just don't. Don't sign up for it. Compare the monthly payments and total loan costs for the following pairs of loan options. Assume both loans are fixed rates, which is good, and have the same closing costs. We'll get to talking about closing costs in a bit. Right now, we're just going to deal with the actual loans. You need a $180,000 loan. So that's what we're going to ask for. Option 1 is a 30-year loan at an APR of 7.25%. which is about standard for right now, sad though it is. Option 2 is a 15-year loan, which is what you should go with, not a 30-year loan. We'll talk about why in the middle of this. And it is at a 6.8%. So they want to know the monthly payment for each. So we're going to have to set up the $800,000, which is a low cost right now for a house. 0.0725 over monthly payments, 1 minus 1 plus 0.0725 over 12 raised to the negative 12 times 30 years. Close. Over here we have 0.068, same 12 months, 1 minus, 1 plus, 0.068 over 12, close, raised to the negative 12 times 15 years, close. Now, let me get a nice cherry color. The amount for this one, $1,227.92. The amount for this one, $1,597.83. This one, that is 30 years, is cheaper. It's going to be cheaper, even though it has a higher interest rate, because it's spread out over 30 years. Because you're taking so long to pay it off, it's going to have a smaller payment. Because this one has a shorter amount of time, even though it has a smaller interest rate, it's going to have a larger payment. Find the total amount paid for each option. This is where the rubber hits the road for me. When you're talking about how much you're really paying for each one. When we pay $1,227.92 for 12 months for 30 years, and we find out that we are actually paying, sorry, let me get my next page out. We are actually paying $442,051.20 for the house. That's a bit of a shocker to me. The reason that's a bit of a shocker to me is because we've bought 2 of those houses by now. We borrowed less than $200,000. Less than $200,000, but we paid back more than $400,000. I have an issue with that. Holy freaking cow. I have an issue with that. I have an issue with that. I have an issue with that. $1,597.83. That's interest at work, just so you understand. Holy cow. Times 12 times 15. We're doing the exact same thing over here. That's what we pay in a month. This is how many months are in a year. This is how many years we are paying it. And we find out that we are paying a total of $287,609.59. I'm not saying that this is a whole lot better, but that's better to me. That's why I say 15 years. Now, here's the thing. Not everybody can afford this. I understand. First of all, it wasn't a very expensive house to begin with. Let's face it. $180,000, that's not very much of a house. But, if you can make that kind of payment on it, then by all means, pay it off. Go ahead. Go. If you can swing it, go ahead and get it done in the 15 years. Don't do the 30-year loan. I used to tell my students, get the 30-year loan so that you have the time on it and you can make the lower payments on it and just pay extra on it. And now I can't tell them that anymore either, because every company out there now wants their money. So they won't let them pay it off early. They're going to want all of their $442,000. they're going to expect all of that money. They're not going to let you get away with just paying this because you paid it off early. It used to be that way, but now no, they're all going to say, no, we want all of this. So you can pay it to us faster, but we're going to want all this. Yeah. They're all fishy like that. They've all gotten that way, unfortunately. It didn't used to be that way, but they've all gotten that way. Now they want you to compare the two options to determine which is better economic option, which appears to be the better option, and under what circumstances. Well, I gotta tell you, to me, the better option is always this option, because it's less money. But if you don't have the money for the monthly payment, if you can't afford the monthly payment of the 15-year, you have to go with the 30-year. But otherwise, I'd go with the 15-year because it's cheaper. It's cheaper overall. That's all I have to say. It's cheap. Oh my gosh, it's cheaper overall. I don't know what else. It's